What universe?
In every universe, I will crush you. It's
In the
so
infinite
obvious.
multiverse, I beat you in every time. Me beating you is a canon event. You'll never beat me.
Yeah, you wish. You wish.
That's my canon event to always be Omar in fantasy.
Really, you really think that's the case?
No, I know it is.
Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to the Beyond the Backboard Podcast, episode 9. My name is Omar. Right next to me is Earl, and Max is feeling a bit under the weather today, so he's not going to be joining us. But we put on for the people, and we put on for our people. So
Yes, sir.
give us a follow if you support us back.
Or don't.
No, follow us. Don't.
If you really like the content, follow.
Yeah, I mean,
If not,
whatever. I mean,
just missing out.
your loss, exactly.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. There's a reason why I have this background today. The most reliable Sixers reporter has posted on Twitter, and I will not refer to it as X. I will say Twitter because it is easier to remember, and I don't use Twitter. But on Twitter, he came out and said that the Knicks are willing to package up Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier, or Mitchell Robinson in a 3-player deal with 2 or 3 picks to send them to get Joel Embiid. And personally, I don't think RJ should be in those talks. I mean, look, because if we're giving up Julius Randle already, I don't see a world where the Knicks give up Julius Randle and RJ Barrett in the deal for Joel Embiid. Does that make sense? Yeah, but I don't see it though.
Joel Embiid cost Doritos. You read the report. This is what the Knicks are offering to him for Joel Embiid out of respect. 3 of those guys, and we already know what 3 guys are. I mean, it's going to be Joel Embiid, RJ Barrett, and who was the last 2? Mitchell Robinson?
Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and probably Mitchell Robinson. But
yeah, it's going to be those 3 and 2 picks.
I don't know, man. I don't think that makes a lot of sense for us.
Hands down, I don't. If they're asking for a package and they're offering those guys, if you give me, you would do the same. If they're saying,
here's the thing: if it happens mid-season,
these guys who you choosing.
Well, wait. Here's the thing: because if it happens mid-season, we could end up giving quickly in that deal. So then, what does that deal become if you throw Julius Randle in with Emmanuel Quickly's contract that he can re-sign with Philadelphia if he wanted to, which he probably won't, let's be honest. But he would be there with Julius Randle, and if you throw in Mitchell Robinson, I don't think I would be too upset with that deal. Then my only concern is you don't throw in RJ Barrett, and then that works. You can even throw in Evan Fournier for all I care. He's like $18 million down the drain for no reason. Like Tom Thibodeau came out and said, "Oh, I don't know if I'm playing him yet." Like, no, you're not. Let's be honest. He doesn't play defense.
Let me be honest. Can I be honest?
Go be honest.
This deal doesn't go through without RJ and Julius in the package.
I don't think so, man.
It doesn't make
RJ
sense
for the Knicks to do that. It does not make sense.
It does, bro. I would trade RJ and Julius in a heartbeat for Joel Embiid.
Okay, if it was just RJ and Julius, maybe, and nothing else, maybe a pick or 2. Yeah, probably. But
and throwing whatever they want, I'm taking it.
But
my new future is Jalen Brunson and Joel Embiid. Those are my 2 main guys. You still got guys like Quickly. You still got your Grimes.
But we don't have him yet because he's a restricted free agent now.
I mean, technically, you'll still have him currently on that roster.
If a team gives him more than $100 million, we probably won't pick him back up. But if anything from $100 million under, the Knicks will probably pick up. I'm
just saying, if they're saying they gave them a choice of 3 players from that pool of players, you know what 3 players they're choosing.
Yeah,
simple. And I hate to this is not me bashing Knicks. Trust me.
No, I understand. Don't get me wrong. It's just I personally don't see the Knicks giving up RJ Barrett in the deal. But I mean, if it's going to cost RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and a couple of picks, okay,
make it happen.
And nothing else, maybe. Evan Fournier, yeah, sure. But I don't see us
bring the MVP to your team.
But I don't give up Mitchell
MVP.
Robinson in that deal, and I try to find other deals to get Mitchell Robinson to a place to where he can start. That's the thing, because then you can get a supporting role from Mitchell Robinson.
I mean, he want to start on Philly?
He would start in Philly if he was being traded to Philly, but my thing is, if you're not giving up anybody else and only giving up Julius Randle and RJ Barrett with picks, you still have Mitchell Robinson on the Knicks. I mean, there's first of all, there's no sense in bringing him back to the Knicks. You trade him out of respect because he's been a starter for the past 3.5 years. And
that's why you put him in that package. Let him be a starter.
You put him in that package, but then you don't give up RJ. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Mitchell Robinson and RJ are definitely far from equal value.
I would say RJ's
higher.
Respectively, I would say he's maybe 5 to 10% better than Mitchell Robinson. I'm not gonna lie, because Mitchell Robinson's defensive ability is on par with the defensive players in the NBA. He is the 100th best player in the NBA. He is him. He is him.
Oh man.
I'm just convinced though that actually one day that Mitchell Robinson can be and has the ability to be the defensive player of the year. I think it's very possible. Personally.
If Jaren Jackson can win it, anybody can.
Jaren Jackson can win it.
My bad.
That's
my bad.
Jaren
I love
Jackson
Jaren
Jr.
Jackson
is
Jr.
good, bro. You can't
That's just
that.
Lakers fans type of beef. That's all. He's a great player.
He is.
I'm trying to pull up the Mitchell Robinson stats. They're not even pulling him up.
I got you.
Okay, I got it right here. But you can continue. I'll just drop in when I find it. Okay, here we go. So we're saying they're 5 to 10% apart. Mitchell Robinson averages 7.4 points per game, 9.4 rebounds per game, and 1.8 blocks per game.
He gets a double-double almost every night, though.
RJ Barrett averages 19.6 points a game, 5.0 rebounds, so straight up 5 rebounds a game, 2.8 assists. I don't know. Seems more, tiny bit worlds apart. Maybe like 30%, 40.
Yeah,
50,
only because
60.
of points, but you got to also include the intangibles that Mitchell Robinson also brings, though. His defensive ability is probably.
But the thing is, the reason why I say that is being just a defender is not enough anymore in the NBA.
I would respectfully disagree, because nowadays we're seeing a lot of defenders coming out of the woodworks and becoming big names just because of their defense.
Yeah, but they can also score. You want to talk about the Bruce Browns of the world, the Jaden McDaniels of the world.
Drew Holidays as well.
Yeah, Drew Holiday is a scorer.
Drew Holiday is a scorer. You're right.
That's a different category.
He is a two-way defender. Not doing
works.
I don't see that.
Jaren Jackson Jr., bro, like, as much as I always laugh about him, dude averages, he gets his blocks, but he averages 18 points a game.
Yeah.
Like, it's levels to this. Like, Mitchell Robinson, he can be a great player, but that jump has to come now. Like, I feel like for his career path, maybe getting traded to Philly will be great for him. I can see him boosting up his points per game average from 8 to about first year, probably like 14.
Bro, and they
just
definitely
like
that. And they definitely could still be a contender if they still had Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson with Tyrese Halliburton. They could still relatively be good.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, Maxey, my fault. I forgot Maxey.
No, I said Halliburton, but I meant Maxey.
I made it sound crazier than what it was. But yeah, there is a Tyrese on that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you have Tyrese, RJ, Julius, and Mitchell Robinson, I mean, you can compete.
See,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Bro,
I don't want to let go of RJ, man.
You're not the GM. You don't have a choice.
But like me, as a desperate Knicks fan who one day wants to work at MSG, who wants to one day become the general manager of the New York Knicks and fix the roster. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's just somebody who loves this team so much. You do not want to see it crumble completely. I feel like if we give up too much, being RJ Barrett, you can give up anybody else on the roster. I will put Emmanuel Quickley in that deal with Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson for you not to give up RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, because you need a second man. Joel Embiid number 1. I'm sorry, number 3. But Julius Joel Embiid number 1. Jalen Brunson number 2. RJ Barrett number 3. That's a contender.
But
What?
you're crazy, bro. RJ Barrett will not be on that team. If you get, bro, the Sixers are gonna. He is arguably top 5, top 3 in some people's eyes. Player in the NBA.
No, 100%.
At that,
100%. That's not what I'm saying. And
reigning MVP. You think you're gonna give him for Julius Randle and a bag of chips picks?
bag of
No.
chips. First of all, Mitchell Robinson is 5 years younger than Joel Embiid. So
Doesn't matter.
If they they did. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. When you're talking about Joel Embiid, 5 years, you want 5 years younger, or do you want Joel?
They wouldn't even have to really adjust their offense because I'm convinced if you give Mitch the ball more often,
and he's Joel Embiid.
Huh? No. Listen. Wait. Listen. Before you bring this up to a different level than it has to be, give me a second. I'm saying if you put Mitchell Robinson in the current offense that Joel Embiid runs, because they run around Joel Embiid, he's
Embiid.
Huh?
Because he's Joel Embiid, that's why it's ran around him.
Okay, but I'm saying if they ran the same offense around Mitchell Robinson, he could still get you at least 15 a night. I'm convinced.
Bro,
I'm convinced.
There's no way you're saying we give Joel.
Bro, that's 6 more points a night from what he averages.
No, you're saying we give Mitchell Robinson Joel Embiid's minutes, touches,
he
possession. He
technically does get those minutes,
and he's going to be an MVP of our league, is what you're saying.
I'm not, dude. I just said he would just score around 15 points a game. That is not MVP level.
No, I'm just
saying if they ran the offense around him, they could score a little more. But
okay,
I don't really see it happening.
Okay, because he's not that type of guy.
You made that into like this is that.
While we're live, I gotta confirm everything you're saying. Like I gotta ask twice because Max isn't here. Usually, we have to ask the question twice to get the real answer. So, all right. I'm Earl and Max today. So
Earl and Max today. That's screwed. That's messed up. That's messed up. But let's actually talk about some NBA news that happened last night because opening night was last night. Yep. Finally. It feels like we've been waiting forever to hear about the NBA season. And last night I watched both games. Mm-hmm. Both on HBO Max. By the way, shout out HBO Max. I didn't know you guys picked up the NBA, but the fact that you guys did that for free on top of the service you already have, W. Mm-hmm. And I watched it both on HBO Max. They just streamed it like wherever it was coming from. Beautiful.
Yep.
I was unimpressed with AD. I liked what he was doing in the first half, but then he stopped scoring. And then well, let's be honest, Nikola Jokic just doesn't touch a basketball and he's somehow the basketball god.
Here we go.
He's going to go down as the best center of all time.
Chill.
He will. One day he will. Tell me another, except for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Hakeem Olajuwon. Tell me another center who's doing triple doubles like that every single night, averaging a triple double, and it's not just 10 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. It's extensive numbers. It's like 29 points a game with like 13 rebounds and 10 assists. It's extensive. So, I might even be wrong on those stats. I'm going to look them up just to double check. But I'm not far off.
Omar and his imaginary stats go crazy.
Bro, you're
crazy. But let me cut in. The gaslighting is crazy. Yes, Anthony Davis. Thank you for the introduction, by the way. Anthony Davis played a tremendous first half. Him and Jokic were going back and forth first half. They both got cold, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Anthony Davis, right, actually. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. But Nikola Jokic averaged 29 points a game with 13 rebounds a game and 11 assists a game with 1 steal last year.
Yeah.
So he was averaging triple doubles. And he did that last night, believe it or not, which is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, back to the real news. Joel
Ah,
fake and be. I mean not Joel. Sorry, Jokic, the Jays of the world, whatever. Yeah, Anthony Davis. I will admit, as a Lakers fan, it's my responsibility to call out stuff when I see it. He had a very aggressive first half. I do admit. Second half, he wasn't demanding the ball enough. He kind of started off cold. Wasn't hitting his shots. Kind of did his same routine where he kind of just played off on the offense, went to the corner, didn't run the pick and roll action, and just waited for things to happen. When you're supposed to be the main guy on the floor for the Lakers, you got to call for the ball. You got to demand for the ball. If D'Lo has the ball, he's dribbling. You go to the ball, you go get it. Same thing. That's what Bron does. Hey, if you're not passing me the ball, he demands the ball. You got to. I feel like AD didn't do that. He seen his shot kind of slow down a little bit, and then he just went away from his whole offensive game. First half, he was going to the paint, attacking Jokic. Every play, he was attacking Jokic. Make, miss, didn't matter. He would go to the free throw line, play physical. That's how you beat Jokic. You got to put your body on him. So offensively, he doesn't have the energy to produce. That's how you play Jokic. As you've seen, like at the end of that first half, Jokic started missing a lot of shots because he had pressure to go play on both ends of the floor, which, to be fair, Jokic is not known for being a two-way player. And that's not saying he can't defend. It's just not what he's the most skilled at. So I will admit, too, Jokic, he played a tremendous game. Rebounding was there. His shot was there. They were daring him to shoot. He was hitting that three. He was getting to the paint, playing bully ball all night from the jump, even on Anthony Davis. So shout outs to him, kudos to him. But yeah, if we want to win this year, Anthony Davis just has to stay aggressive. He didn't do that in the second half. I like what I see in the first half, but I really hate the media.
yeah,
Stephen
me
A. Smith
too, man.
annoys
I
me.
gotta say, the media torches you guys so much.
Terrible. Like Stephen A.
It's just
Smith,
like the Knicks, though. The media gets torched by the Knicks as well. Like the Knicks torch the media as well.
not as bad as AD gets torched, bro.
No, 100%. 80 gets so much shit. I hate it.
That's why I get mad. I get mad when AD plays bad just because I know what it's gonna be like online. Even from Lakers fans, like it, the nicknames, everything, and like Stephen A. Smith. Don't get me wrong, I respect him as a person. He's done a lot to elevate himself in his career, but like he just chooses his opportunities to attack Anthony Davis
Yep.
just for fun.
100%.
Like it's
100%.
ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
I seen the
it is.
text this morning.
Me too, bro. I happened
Can't
to
watch.
turn it on this morning too because I don't like to listen to Stephen A. Smith rant about something that he can't control, right? But
Yeah.
I mean,
Like I get it. It's easy.
bad
Like
take. Bad take.
it's
He's been doing that to AD forever, though.
it's not like what AD did was right because I'm not saying that. All Lakers fans, we all agree that was terrible. But like, gosh, Lee, just completely saying, just basically tarnishing this season already off of one game is just absolutely unfair. Like it sucks, bro. But it is what it is. We'll show out versus the Suns, but that's kind of my AD take. But you can continue on with the segues and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process.
No,
Watching
I
the game.
agree. I agree. I think the media really likes to carry out a lot of agendas and try to. I think they genuinely try to push people out of the league sometimes. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes there's just media fueled stuff that we don't like to comment about that is clearly just driven by media and what happens around. Like, it happens around the world too. Like, this isn't the NBA isn't the only organization or state or country that controls the media around it. So, with that being said, nobody should really like the media. Nobody should really trust the media with anything, personally.
By the way, guys, we're not the media.
We are not the media.
We're in our own lane.
We are literally in a basement giving our opinions. If you don't want to listen, tune off. Nobody cares. Free country. But
I care.
I do care too. No, you know what? I do care too because I love all my subscribers and I want everybody to follow.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I mean, the Golden State Warrior game looked a little better, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the way that Chris Paul was playing. It really showed that he's not just an old man that does absolutely nothing. I really was convinced at one point that they were going to take him off the bench and like work with him as a six man.
Yeah.
I think he could win six man of the year like that personally, but I'm not going to jump like that. But it's he looked good
He did.
for 30. I forgot, like, I'm not quoting his age, 36 to 39-year-old, somewhere around there. I'm not sure.
It's a broad range.
It's 3 years. It's not a big deal. But I think somebody like that, you don't expect them to average those numbers. So I mean, good on him. He's showing the world that he could still play.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like he did. For the record, he did start off very slow. I think he started off 0 for 6, but it's Chris Paul. He's going to find ways to be effective offensively, defensively. He was taking charges, right back at it. Like you said, oh man, Chris Paul taking that contact from those bigger guys. Can't complain, man. Plays with a lot of energy. And you can tell, like, people are getting more comfortable. Like, even if people are missing shots, a lot of guys are getting wide open opportunities. Like, I seen Gary Payton the second. He was getting wide open shots to the point where he's just missing them. Like, but you want opportunities like that. And that's what Chris Paul brings to the table. So
Definitely.
I think it was a great signing.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he starts the whole season. I know Draymond Green's out right now, but I feel like when he comes back, maybe you can bring him off the bench, just for a little bit more production as far as like
Who did
that
they
second
start?
unit.
Did they start John Kuminga?
It was Paul, Clay, Curry, Wiggins, Looney.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay, that's
he's
still
probably
good.
going to be on the bench.
Kevon Looney is A1 defender.
Last night,
He was kind of last night.
Hey, I can't. The right big can expose the way Kevin Looney plays. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, when we had him on AD, we almost called it free money. Respectfully, though, but that's Anthony Davis. Yeah. But he was letting Jokic just out rebound the mess out of him. Like, I think first quarter or first like quarter and a half, he had like 7-8 boards. Like, it just looked like instant. And now, like, we all know, like, Jokic, he can shoot the ball and he'll stretch you out on the floor. He was pulling that three. Looney wasn't getting there in time. I think he hit, I don't know how many he made, but I seen him like personally make one. But yeah, I mean, he played a decent game, I will say.
Yeah. What do you think Clay at power forward brings? Because Steph Curry was, I mean, not Steph Curry, what am I thinking? Steve Kerr was talking about before the season started that he was going to put Klay Thompson at power forward. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to imagine him defensively on like a Giannis, and it just does not look good. I don't know how well he can defend that power forward position. He was a shooting guard. He was a shooting guard his entire career, and all of a sudden now they're moving him down to power forward. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, I think it's definitely a situational lineup. Like, I don't see any world where you see Klay Thompson playing power forward when Giannis is there, especially if Draymond Green's healthy. He's gonna surely be playing on Giannis. I think it's more on, like, there's a lot of different teams in the NBA. Well, I won't say a lot. There's some teams in the NBA who run like smaller guards, like run guards 1 through 3. I mean, think about the Grizzlies. Like, they got Desmond Bane sometimes running 3 when, I mean, bro's like 6'4", 6'5". So
yeah, I mean, but he's strong. He's hefty.
No, true, yeah.
I mean, the starting 5, they could. I mean, look, it could be just Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and then Kevon.
But you got to think too. They got to guard that too. Like, the other team has to guard that. I mean, if you're running a lineup with like Chris Paul, Curry, Klay, Wiggins, and like Draymond or something like that, if that's the 5 they're talking about, I mean,
Wiggins probably is going to be pushed out of that lineup, unfortunately.
I don't think so, man.
I mean, only if you sit Klay.
I don't know if they're talking about. My only thought, if they're talking about going with 5, I would assume that they're going small ball, and Kevon Looney wouldn't be in that lineup, in my opinion. That's really the only way you ever think about running Klay at the 4, in my opinion. If you're going straight small ball.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're just gonna run. If worse comes to worse, I think they're gonna probably run Klay at like small forward, where he's at least probably more acclimated to that. Then when mostly because when Draymond Green comes back, there's going to be more space. But I mean, before the season started, Steve Kerr was just saying something about bringing him off just saying that he was gonna start at power forward or something like that, and it just personally didn't make a lot of sense to me when he said that.
Yeah. But I feel like, once again, it's really just situational. Like, it's not going to be a main lineup. It's going to be a situational lineup. Obviously, they'll probably use it when they feel like they can have the advantage offensively. But it's definitely not going to be like every night he's the starting power forward for the Warriors, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. That's a bad move. What has 100%. Surprised you so far now that the NBA has started?
Role players, man. Role players stepping up.
Yeah.
I'll talk about Moses Moody. I'll bring that up too. I think he played a pretty decent game. He's a guy who's been trying to crack into that rotation, and the Warriors just haven't given him or Kuminga any time of day the last 2.5 years, which definitely sucks. Yeah. But guys like that, they stay ready. They're young, athletic. In my opinion, they should have been cracking minutes on this team. 100%. Unfortunately, it took for Draymond Green to get hurt and Jordan Poole to get traded for them to actually get real minutes. And then I'll flip to the Lakers game. Taurean Prince, I mean, he got his opportunity to play. He played between that
opportunity to start.
No, yeah. And that's the thing about Prince. Like, he's been a starter on the Timberwolves, but he fit. That's the type of guy you wanted to play with LeBron James. Catch and shoot three guy. He can get to the paint. He's always looking to be aggressive as a scorer, and his defense was pretty solid too. So
definitely.
I'll just credit. I'm surprised about like how ready the role players were compared to honestly some of the starting players on both sides. Like Clay, he was kind of a little bit off at times, and arguably some of those bench guys contributed a lot. So shout out to the bench guys and just role players in general. That's what I was kind of surprised about opening it there.
What do you think of D'Angelo Russell's play last?
I mean, once again, I'm gonna tell people this all the time. It's one game, man. I'm not gonna give my honest opinion on these guys like just critically until I see at least 10 games, bro. Like it's hard. That's why you can't really get any type of statistics. Most people don't take statistics to have a group of numbers to compare stuff to. If you're comparing to one game, D'Angelo Russell, most inefficient night, whatever. If we judged everybody on one game out of 82 plus, I mean, it wouldn't really make sense. So for me, I felt like for the most part, he was getting, I like the open threes, the jump shots he was taking. They looked good. They just didn't fall. The one thing I didn't like is when he was driving, he was kind of more focused on trying to sell the foul than actually go up and finish the shot. Shout out to my guy, Allen. He brought that to my attention too. And I went back and I was looking at it and I was like, dang, yeah. But that's the one thing. But D'Lo, I'm not too worried, man. It is what it is. Hey, that Denver air is crazy too. People forget about that altitude. Not saying that's an excuse, but hey, it's gonna be what's gonna be. Austin Reeves also had an inefficient game. Do I expect him to play that all season? No. He still had 14, 9 rebounds, couple steals.
He still did pretty well.
Yeah.
Still did very well. I mean, I feel like we have to see a little more NBA games. I'm excited for tonight because the Knicks finally play.
Bro, I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of people, believe it or not, talk about the Hawks and say how Quinn Snyder has probably going to turn the culture around. Yeah. And I'm not too convinced yet, only because I want to see what Quinn Snyder does. And he said people are saying there's a reason why he left mid-season. There's no way like he wouldn't leave for no reason and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, because this is a big debate now. Like, are the Hawks better than the Knicks? And it's just like, I don't think so. I mean, it's just been, I know they beat us in the playoffs like 2 years ago. And then they made the Eastern Conference Finals, and then they just kind of fell apart. But
I mean,
yeah,
I'll give my unbiased opinion because I respect both teams, but I'm not necessarily.
You hate the Knicks.
No, I mean, a lot of it's just messing with you guys, honestly, respectfully. But I feel like both of these teams are very similar. Like, no matter what, even if fan bases want to sit here and disagree and stuff like that, Knicks versus Hawks, I mean, you guys are kind of on similar paths. You guys have pretty decent regular season success. Playoffs. How do I say this? Playoffs don't always go the best way. Like, as far as consistency wise, like you guys will make the rounds, but you guys don't do your best at like competing within these different rounds. If that's like the best way I can put it.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, Julius Randle came in this year into the playoffs injured. He literally had an ankle injury and then retwisted it.
But still, I mean, same thing with Trae Young. Trae Young injured himself in that Eastern Conference Finals, and they lost too. So I'm just saying, like, similar type paths. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying unbiasedly. I'm just saying that you guys are more similar than you guys think. respectfully. We're gonna see this year
I definitely
how
see
everything looks. I mean, we're gonna see it on Friday. Friday is your first matchup, of course. So, yeah.
to Daniel. We finna beat you, bro. It's over.
I'm actually
Shout out to Daniel real quick, but yeah.
Shout out to my boy Daniel.
Let's go.
I'm going to that game too, so I'm gonna see live, and I'm gonna give my honest judgment of who's the better team. After that game, I'm gonna tell you guys on our next week's episode who I think is gonna win the season series and who's gonna have a better season. In my opinion, just off of seeing those guys live.
Okay.
I'm gonna give my honest opinion, honest breakdown.
Right.
No bias. I'm just watching from both sides, respecting the game of basketball.
We got to be careful with you because you.
Oh, bro.
You tend to hate on the Knicks a lot.
I do it jokingly most of the time. Do I actually lose sleep about what Knicks players?
I don't expect you to lose sleep over that, but I'm just saying, like, you definitely hate the Knicks, man.
It's just the fact that Trae Young is better than Jalen Brunson, and that's okay.
I want to get to the core. Why do you hate the Knicks so much? I know you say you're messing with us, yada yada yada.
Okay,
but there's something there.
We want to do this episode.
We're gonna do this episode on the one-on-one. Let's do this.
I never once said nor believed that I hate the Knicks. I am just personally not putting my time and effort into an organization that doesn't care about themselves, and they don't care about the fans, and they don't really care until recently about actually adding pieces that fit together to create championship contenders. That's my honest opinion about the Knicks.
It's a respectable opinion because I've felt the same way for many years. Yeah, but you can't say nowadays you can say nowadays that it's different because now that we see them actually trying to do something good with their players.
Yeah.
And actually develop.
I literally made that point, bro. I said that's why.
Yeah.
But I don't hate Knicks fans. It's really, honestly, it's just like a running joke. It's just funny to make fun of the Knicks because it makes Knicks fans mad. Like, it's just funny. I don't hate the Knicks. I know that's a common misconception about me.
Common misconception?
It's honestly crazy.
Misconception.
I just moved on with my life. Like, Knicks are there. They're my past. I don't regret anything I've done. Fan. It's just all about life. It's just about the experience. I don't regret it. Learn lessons. Try to be a better person. That's what life's about. So it is what it is.
I'll respect that opinion only because it's been a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I've been a Lakers fan for, I think, six and a half years now. So I think I'm.
What were you a fan of? When did you leave the Brotherhood?
What year?
I think you left in 2012. You said.
Let me look it up. I don't like to lie. I have to look at the years of players. That's one thing, because everything is on record now. That we're live. This is the podcast. I want people to look. Hey, bro, you said you were a Knicks fan here.
The first episode, you pulled out your jersey and said the Brotherhood, and it was a Carmelo Anthony jersey, and then it was me spinning in my chair saying yes.
That was a crazy time. Yeah,
that was.
I feel like I had to. Because I don't want it to be, we're exposing this man. Like, later, when this thing blows up, I just figured I would just be transparent.
Fair enough. The photos come out sooner or later when you look up Earl on...
That's crazy. I actually deleted all my Instagram pictures because, people are, like, stalkers.
They stay on Google.
Yeah, they do. Like,
I have a photo from when I played football, like, when I was in high school. And I had this jersey on, and we were taking like the football pictures, and it's just me with the jersey without the padding or anything. And it just looks like a t-shirt, and I'm on a field.
All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But I mean,
but we can transition while we're waiting.
Yeah. I was gonna bring up Milwaukee because I mean, I'm not sure when they play. I think they play. Milwaukee. Let me look that up.
Wow, this is my 7th year as a Lakers fan.
your seventh year. So when did you switch
Yeah.
over?
It was in the exact season of 2016, 2017.
So that's when you were last the Knicks fan.
Yep.
Okay. Who did we
2016,
have in our
2017.
team? Who did we have in our team?
I'm actually looking at that right now. Because on Basketball Reference, you can search by year, which is so clutch.
Okay, so the first game happens tomorrow night at 6:30. Bucks versus the 76ers.
What happened?
I'm just looking up the Bucks schedule because the Bucks
Okay.
the Bucks play tomorrow, and I'm just looking forward for that duo of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be nice to see.
That's gonna be dangerous, bro. It's gonna be dangerous. That duo is gonna be crazy. I don't know how they're gonna guard Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, bro.
It's definitely gonna be hard to do that. I don't know, man.
It was the year Carmelo left, bro. Yep.
Oh, you were a bandwagon.
I'm not, bro. I supported my guy, and the Knicks did him wrong.
Nah, man.
Yes, the Knicks disrespected Carmelo Anthony's career.
They did. I won't lie.
Why in the world? Why would we break up that team, bro? They traded Amon Shumpert. Oh my God,
Amon Shumpert and J.R. Smith. I don't even remember that trade, man. But I'm gonna look it up real quick because I don't even remember the trade.
I remember that. That was crazy. I don't even remember what year that was, but I just remember seeing that in like the news. I was like, "Dang, that's wild."
Yeah, J.R. Smith.
But yeah, everybody, if you don't know, yes, we'll break it down again. I used to be a Lakers fan. I used to be a Knicks fan. It was in the past. I understand. People can call me bandwagon, but at the end of the day, we're all grown adults, and you can be a fan of whatever team you want in the world. So it is what it is. Respectfully, of course. But I was in all the Knicks.
Oh my God. Okay. What
was the package?
So, J.R. Smith, Cleveland receives J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, and Oklahoma City's first-round pick. That's top 18 protected in 2015, and the top 15 protected in 2016 and 2017, before turning into 2 second-round selections in 2018. New York receives Lou Amundsen, Alex Kirk, and a 2019 second-round pick from the Cleveland Cavaliers, as well as Lance Thomas from Oklahoma City. More importantly, the Knicks saved $6.4 million in raw money next season by dealing Smith and opening up $28 million total in cap space since next summer when the taxes are accounted for. The Knicks also waived center Samuel Dalembert. Oklahoma City receives Dion Waiters. So the first thing it says is the winner, New York Knicks. It's been a while, but the New York Knicks emerged as the clear-cut winners in Wednesday's proceedings by dumping salaries in the name of financial flexibility and asset collection. What asset collection? You got one second-round pick!
What are we? But that's my problem, too. We made a lot of moves that literally led to nothing. Okay, we're saving money for who? For what? To build what?
Yeah,
what did that money
nothing. We got nothing.
That was better than J.R. Smith and I said Amon Shumpert. Going way too far back. Whew, erase that.
Bro,
God.
They got free championship level players for fucking pennies on the dollar.
And we gave them picks.
Bro, wait, no, this was just Oklahoma City's picks, actually.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
We got 1 second-round pick from 2019. Wait, let me look up. Let me see who that turned into.
See, guys, this is the Knicks lore. They don't teach you in school, man. But yes, once again, I was a Knicks fan. I'll say it 15 times. Everybody always said, "Oh, why'd you switch up?" Because I can. That's why. I switched up. I left because I can, respectfully. And now I'm a Lakers fan. I've been a Lakers fan this is my 7th year. So give me my respect in the chat. I'm no longer in the bandwagon category. Bandwagon is 2 years, 3 years. I'm 7 years in. Can I get out of that category, Omar? Respectfully. 7 years, bro.
I
Say it
don't know.
live.
How long were you? How long were you a Knicks fan?
I mean, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you were a Knicks fan for longer, then how do I know?
I mean, I was a Knicks fan from like, shoes.
It never says what it turned into.
When I started watching basketball, which whatever that means. I mean,
like it's probably.
How old was I in 2016? I don't want to. That's not. You guys don't know my age. I'm 14 with a beard.
Wait, what? We were supposed to get Dion Waiters in that deal, but we dealt him to OKC.
Yeah, basically just traded him before he got traded. That's why they did.
What was the 2019 second round pick? That was what was it? I'm trying to find what it was, but it's not.
Probably got bro. It probably got thrown away in some other package that meant nothing, bro.
Or what happened?
It's gonna be impossible.
Or what happened with Brunson because.
True. But moral of the story is Knicks make bad decisions. Until recently, I can admit, they've been making better strides. I still don't think they've quite put together the championship roster. I don't think that happens until Julius Randle is traded off the team. Respectfully,
I found it.
I don't know, but
I found
who was it?
Ignas
Nope, you can stop there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who the hell? Like, if it was Mitchell Robinson, like, I would have been okay because Mitchell Robinson was the second round pick.
Yeah,
I would have been okay if it was like Mitchell Robinson, but Ignas, God help you, Ignas. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I can consider you a non-bandwagon yet, Earl, because how long were you watching basketball for?
I'm not a bandwagon anymore. I'm a self-proclaimed non-bandwagon Lakers fan. It is what it is. People can say what they want.
Self-proclaimed.
At the end of the day, am I gonna lose sleep about other people's opinions? Never that. Never that. It's all fun and games. Like when people said, my boys get on me. You're Lakers. You're a Knicks. You used to be a Knicks fan. I'm like, what? I literally just.
What are you talking about?
Never known. And it's just part of the fun. You grow up, you learn that you can get better things in life. People can treat you better. You can have better relationships.
What are we
that
talking
just comes
about?
With age.
What are we talking about? We're talking about basketball.
If you are a Knicks fan and you need help,
nobody needs help.
I promise you, it will be okay.
That's crazy.
Don't stay in a situation where you're not happy.
You know what? I didn't stop watching basketball, but I straight up stopped watching the Knicks for a couple of years.
Whoa!
Because, bro,
okay,
because why am I? Wait, listen. Because why am I gonna watch us tank?
Exactly my point. We're saying the same thing. The only difference is, respectfully, you say
I didn't change teams though. Like my favorite team was still the Knicks. I just didn't really watch them because I knew they were going to disappoint me. So I just watched the NBA without really caring.
And that's what I did. And then I just started watching Lakers. I was like, okay, I'm rocking with this. I was a big Ball family guy. They drafted Lonzo Ball the next year, and things just worked out from there. Did I know LeBron was going to come to Lakers?
No.
Never that. That was just an honest, good surprise.
I remember he was about to be traded to New York too. That was crazy.
What is crazy? I was on some really Instagram type of Twitter stalking type stuff. Time out, side story. I was like, Dad, I think LeBron James is gonna go to the Lakers. Because I seen him. He posted something on his story, something like that. Talking about he was moving, and then you seen the background of where he was at. It looked sunshine. It looked like California type trees and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, that's LA. He's in LA. And my dad's like, nah, he's not in LA. He's not going to the Lakers. Why would he leave Cleveland to go to the Lakers? I was like, bro, he's going to the Lakers.
Because he's going. He doesn't want to stay.
He's going to the Lakers. 3 days later, boom. Breaking news, LeBron James has signed a blah, blah, blah year to Los Angeles Lakers. Boom, boom, boom. Crazy.
You know what's crazy? I find it really hard to believe that some of these players really do not get notice when they get traded.
100%.
Because if people are moving out a couple of days before the trade is even announced.
Mm-hmm.
How did you, as an individual, are not important enough to see? It's either the NBA being really inconsistent with their players, prioritizing higher value players and and better players, and letting them know the prior amount of time so they can go and move,
Mm-hmm.
or players are just straight up lying, which I straight up don't think is happening. Like,
I think
there's a lot of prioritization, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't
I
think
know
the
too.
NBA would do that.
So I know too. It probably sucks to be traded in the middle of the season, especially when you have a family, man. Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
like imagine having a whole family. You gotta find your family, whatever significant other. They gotta find not only a house, you gotta find a safe neighborhood. Probably a private type school that's safe. Gotta enroll in that. That takes a while. Gotta do all these different steps just to move over there. I know they probably have the convenience of staying where they're at, but still, like, you obviously want to be with your family, like during your off days, stuff like that too. Like, you're not gonna keep flying back and forth to where you used to live. So that sucks too. So when I see stories about players, like organizations, just a little segue too, real quick, organizations trading players without telling them, like the Marcus Smart thing. Think about if they would have told him a little bit more ahead of time too, like been transparent with him. He could have looked for places in Memphis to live. He could have looked for places there if they knew this deal was lined up and they had it pretty much set. But instead, they lied to him and they said we had zero intentions of trading you. It is absolutely crazy. So I think GMs, owners, they got to be more transparent with NBA players. Like, if you're gonna trade me, just let me know. Give me some heads up.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the NBA players would respect that a lot more because at least you're giving them the chance to tell their family, like, "Hey, I'm getting traded. We gotta find a house and we gotta move."
Yeah.
Like, and if you give them 3 to 5 days to make that transition, to make it easy, to at least get their family in like a apartment, you know.
Huge difference, bro. 3 to 5 days makes a huge difference. Instead of, oh, you know what? Let's pull this trigger. Like, just imagine you're just chilling at home, your socks on the floor everywhere. You got dishes in the sink. Oh, I'll clean up tomorrow. Nah, you don't even live here anymore. You're on a plane to go find a new place tomorrow. Like, come on,
bro.
Insane.
Nah, the NBA really gotta have more respect for their players when it comes down to it, because at the end of the day, they're all employees and they all deserve the same amount of respect.
For sure.
That's just straight up how it is. That's how it is. And the fact that sometimes these owners don't even let them know is kind of bullshit. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why that even happens. It's really disappointing.
It's tough, man.
It's really disappointing, personally.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah. What do you think is where do you think Indiana is going to land this year? Because Indiana is coming out of kind of like a bit of a surprise team. I think they could be top 10.
I think as far as the roster, they got a couple guys I feel like are a little bit overrated in my opinion.
Like who?
Obi Toppin.
Stop it.
I'm just playing. That was just the perfect opportunity to say
that.
Anyways, honestly, that's pretty much what the Knicks said when they traded him for a bag of chips.
No,
but that's not
I did not. I was firmly against him.
You misunderstood me. I said that's what the Knicks.
Oh yeah. What the fuck
thought
is that about?
because they threw him away for a bag of chips. The
that
Knicks
pissed me off. Oh
See, Knicks fans, they always take offense so fast.
Hey,
they always think we're talking about them, but we're talking about management, and it's all connected. Emotional ties. If you leave the Knicks like Omar, Kristaps Porzingis is the worst player in the NBA. Just saying.
Fuck that guy.
You seen it there for no reason.
Yep.
For no reason.
I gave my explanation why I hated Kristaps Porzingis in a previous episode. If you guys want to check that out.
Yeah, if you guys want to check it out, watch the whole monologue because I can't sit through another Porzingis hate session.
Go for it. What are you anywaying me right now?
Okay. Anyways, Pacers. I feel like they have a really nice young team. I put them in that category. The Pacers.
Yeah.
I forgot they got Miles Turner. Obi, they got Tyrese Halliburton,
Buddy Hield.
They got Ben Shepherd, Buddy Hield.
By the way, the Knicks should actually look into that.
Into what?
Buddy Hield. He would fit well with our roster. I feel
He wouldn't get the ball to Julius on the team, so it wouldn't matter.
Rather him than Julius, to be honest. Sometimes.
Honestly, okay. To end the Pacers thing, I think they're a young team. I think they'll do well. Not sure as far as standings where they'll fit. The East is definitely a new place right now. But there are still like your dominant head figures of the East. I put the Celtics up there. I'll put the Bucks up there as well. As S tier teams. A tier teams, I'll give.
He's trying so hard.
Oh wait! I'm sorry. S tier, I'll put the Heat up there as well.
I wouldn't say that. They lost a lot of roster power this year.
Okay, well, unbiasedly, I'll put the Heat in the A tier.
They deserve to be B. They lost a lot. They lost Max Strus, and they lost Omar, two prominent players that were in that run.
This is my list, Omar. This is my list.
Fair enough. You know what? All right, whatever. You can throw them in A.
Knicks. Let me get to the Knicks.
He's gonna put them in like B tier. You're gonna seriously underrate the Knicks.
Other teams I consider in the A tier. It's really three. It's three tiers: S, A, and C. I'm only going three tiers. Everybody else in C tier, I really don't care. But A tier, I'm gonna go the Heat, the Hawks, the Knicks, and that's it. Everybody else can follow.
Wait, say that one more time. The Hawks, the Knicks, and who? I'm sorry.
The Heat.
The Heat.
Miami Heat.
Put Cleveland in there as well. You gotta respect that. I mean, the Knicks are better than them, but like.
Nah, you're right. I don't know why I didn't have the Cleveland in there.
Cleveland's in there. I don't know though about the Hawks. The Hawks have to. The Hawks have to prove.
They don't have to prove any. The Knicks have to prove too.
Yeah, the Knicks definitely have to prove, and I believe, bro. By the way, this is our second year in the row that we were in the playoffs, and Brunson brought us more to a point where we were better and we were in the next round. So who's saying the next step isn't the Eastern Conference Finals? We're seeing a trend up, and I wasn't saying this, but there is a trend up, and you can make fun of me as much as you want, but.
But what? Where's the but? Like, where's the transition into where you say something bad about the Hawks?
I just don't. I have to see them have a season where they're not 41-41 again.
Bro, I gotta see a season where the Knicks don't fold in the playoffs again.
We didn't really fold. Miami was better.
What?
Miami was better.
Bro. Oh my god.
Bro. Julius Randle coming off of an ankle injury. Emmanuel quickly hurting himself and not playing to the potential that he usually plays at. There was tons of factors in that game, and I'm not saying it's amount to choking. It's just amount to injuries.
I'm just saying we had injuries too, bro.
Not Miami.
We got to the Western Conference Finals with injuries.
Who?
The Lakers.
Was there a crazy amount of injuries? How many?
Yeah. Two main ones. Anthony Davis, LeBron. Anthony Davis ankle. Not Anthony Davis. LeBron's ankle, which the reports.
Same thing with Julius.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he powered through all the way there.
And he played in the playoffs at least.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, I think now, I feel like the Knicks took a jump in the sense where I feel like they would be able to beat the Hawks in a 7-game series.
In a 7-game series?
Because I know they wiped them like 4-1 the one year. But they didn't have any solid leadership there, and they also didn't have Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson was a big part of that Cleveland series because he locked up both centers in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and you can't tell me otherwise. He locked them up crazy.
Well, it was all right.
He was all right. Yeah, he did, bro. He out-rebounded both of them and blocked both of them consecutively.
But the only difference is, I think Cleveland's timetable, I think Cleveland just has more talent on their roster.
I think it's time for them to blow it up, personally, because
So
Donovan Mitchell. No, because Donovan Mitchell is already leaving. We have heard from multiple sources already that Donovan Mitchell that Donovan Mitchell leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers in free agency is the worst kept secret in the NBA.
Okay, yep, I seen that. I seen the tag.
Like, come on. I'm not even saying the Knicks now. I didn't bring up the Knicks. But I'm just saying.
A Knicks reporter, right?
You know what? I'd be okay with trading RJ Barrett for Joel Embiid if we get Donovan Mitchell.
If we can get Donovan Mitchell.
Yup.
Joel Embiid, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, just to not make the playoffs is crazy.
Yup. Oh, that's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. You know that's not gonna happen. We are definitely a top 3 team. Without a doubt, a top 3 team. We'd be a top 2 team in the league if we had that. We'd definitely be better than.
The big boys would expose you guys. You get exposed by the Celtics, and you get exposed by the Bucks.
We would not be exposed by the Bucks. I think there's a conversation to be had if we.
Y'all saying right now, y'all.
If we have Joel, no, I'm saying if we have Joel Embiid and Donovan Mitchell.
I was about to sit up.
If we have Donovan Mitchell, wait. I'm saying if we have Donovan Mitchell and Joel Embiid with Jalen Brunson over here. My goat, my king right over here. Like,
let me get this straight.
Huh?
2 non-defenders.
This man on my right, this glorious king right over here will make up for it.
For both of them.
Yep.
And you say the Celtics?
I'm not saying we'd beat the... you know what? There's a conversation to be had.
No conversation to be had.
If we had Donovan Mitchell and Joel Embiid, yes, 100%.
Versus the Celtics.
The Celtics are right under us.
Under?
Yep.
No.
Who would you say is better, Joel Embiid or Jason Tatum?
They don't play the same position, so why does that matter?
What? That's not a
a
debate. What are you talking about? I'm just asking you, who do you think is better, Jason Tatum or Joel Embiid? That doesn't have to do with any position. Exactly.
But okay, then what are we leading this into?
Who's the best player on the court?
Okay, okay, Joel Embiid. But who's the best player on the court in the playoffs? They're both the same because they both sell in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's gone farther though?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know.
How do you not know who went far? Jason Tatum's gone farther than the playoffs.
Oh wait, yeah. You're right. 100%. I thought you were talking about a hypothetical sense.
Jalen Brunson, if he had the opportunity to go to the finals, he wouldn't perform well. Joel Embiid,
bro, you're respectfully.
Donovan Mitchell.
You're bugging respectfully because Jalen Brunson, the last game of the Miami series, got 40 points.
Yeah, and guess what? They lost.
You know what? You know what? The NBA came out later and said that they missed 3 calls. They missed 3.
Wow, 3 calls
in the last game.
For the whole series, right?
Within the last minute of the game.
So what calls did they miss on? Were they on Julius Randle?
I don't remember it, to be completely honest. I just remember the report. It wasn't from Julius.
I just remember Julius. I remember turning on my TV and watching Julius Randle single-handedly sell that team.
Bro had an ankle injury. When are you going to cut that out?
Well, what does the ankle injury have to do with
Because you gave the excuse to LeBron. Now I can't give the excuse to Julius Randle. They had the same problem.
No, I only use that excuse because Knicks fans act like they get a pass when the Lakers fans.
We don't get a pass. Julius Randle gets hung by the neck, so to speak, because they ripped down his freaking poster and spray painted it after he was injured. He hobbled on the court. He tried his best, and the Knicks fans were shitting on him.
How can you say? Wait, just a quick segue. How can you say that? Never mind. No,
wait, why? Because I was just saying that I don't think Julius Randle should have been disrespected like that. Because I don't think so. I'm not a crazed Knicks fan to the point where I support anything that the Knicks fans did during the last playoff game. Because we literally destroyed his poster and spray painted I think a dick on it. But okay. But yeah, I mean, what happened? Are you good?
No, I'm good.
You were messing with me, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but to be honest, if you think Joel Embiid is gonna make a difference, even if y'all got Joel Embiid, and y'all play the Hawks, y'all still lose. Yeah.
All right. That's the end of our episode for today. Thank you
If
so much.
If you guys got Joel Embiid.
All right. That's enough blasphemy for today.
You guys would honestly no. Real talk crazy. Though. My last point, I think Joel Embiid will fit better on the Hawks than he would on the Knicks.
All right. That's it. Have a great day, everybody. That was the most ridiculous take of the day. Oh my God.
Joel Embiid and Trae Young.
No. Jalen Brunson, dude, I will stand on this to this very day. I don't care. I don't care if these Hawks fans talk about Ice Trae. Jalen Brunson is the better player.
Recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Chat. Nobody in the world can convince me.
We don't have a chat.
Doesn't matter.
We're posting on YouTube,
TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Trae Young and Joel Embiid would run the East, hands down, no questions.
And I'm saying
I like that way better than I like Jalen Brunson and Joel Embiid.
That's
hands down.
Nah, I don't care. I don't care what anybody says, to be honest. Jalen Brunson for the past 2 seasons has proved that he's a better player than Trae Young.
He has not.
I don't care.
He has not. Trae Young.
I don't care.
Bro. Oh my God. Trae Young.
How many 40-point games did Trae Young have last year?
Let's just look it up then. I don't know. I don't know those stats off the top of my head. You Knicks fans just pull up. You have random stats just on top of your head that mean nothing. Just because Jalen Brunson had a couple 40-point games. Are we talking about all time or last year?
Last year, I'm trying to find.
All time, he has 30.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Last season, 2022.
He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
How many did Jalen Brunson have?
I think around 5. I think
better.
5. I think 5 or 6.
And he's better.
I think so.
And he's better.
I
still
think so. I'll stand.
And he's better.
I'll stand on it.
You can't stand on that, bro. You stood on it and you fell off the stool.
I didn't fall off the stool. I'm standing.
You stood on it and you fell off the stool. Because now, you know what? I'll hit you with your own game. How many 50-point games did Jalen Brunson have?
I think like 1.
Trae Young has 2.
Okay.
How many 60-game points? Neither of them have 60.
Let's talk about Donovan Mitchell. How many did Donovan Mitchell have? Okay. 71.
Now, but more of the story is, guys, wherever we post this on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you can click this max, but you probably click the other one first because I said it twice. Joel Embiid and Trae Young would run the East.
Yeah, too bad.
Hands down, better duo than Damian Lillard and Giannis. Hands down.
What?
Yup.
All right, you're on drugs. We gotta go, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in on episode 9. Max, we'll see you next week, and we'll see your reels. Max comes out with the reels, by the way. Guys, follow us on Spotify. Follow us everywhere else. If you're on Instagram, on TikTok, please do. Thank you so much. And Earl, I hope you get better, my brother, because that was a ridiculous take.
Knicks fans, classics.